Welcome to Travel in a Minute extended version. Today we're going to talk about another amazing AM resort property, and that is Secrets Papagayo. Secrets Papagayo is in Costa Rica. It is just 30 minutes from the Liberia airport in Costa Rica, and we enjoyed our stay there while we were there.
It's where they keep the dinosaurs?
Well, yeah.
If you watch Jurassic Park, you'll know that's where all the dinosaurs are.
Yeah.
We did not see a lot of dinosaurs down there.
No,
we saw some small ones. The iguana.
That wasn't
Fred.
small.
It was Fred.
Yeah, but it wasn't
I'm
small.
going to throw a picture up of him, but Fred was amazing because he was how.
Yeah,
He had to have been 3-4 foot long.
Yeah, he was
It was
long.
cool, and it was you're walking through the resort and everything, and seeing that. Thought that was cool.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with anything, but it's important that you know you're going to probably see some wild iguanas, and you never know what else.
Some monkeys.
We didn't see the monkeys.
We
but
heard them, but we didn't
you
see
could
them.
hear them, and that would have been really cool.
Yeah.
Don't feed the animals. I hear that's not a good idea.
Don't feed the animals.
But that was a
They
lot of fun.
had some sort of raccoon that was.
We had a few little creatures
Yeah.
that were following us around a little bit or whatever, but it wasn't anything dangerous, of course. But I mean,
No.
but it was fun. But I remember every day it seemed like as we walked out, I'd look around and I'd say something like, honey, I think we're in the rainforest.
Yes.
Because it was pretty cool, and you're kind of out in the jungles,
Well,
or it kind of feels that way.
Yeah, kind of. Actually, Secrets Papagayo is set on the side of a mountain. The beach is a black sand beach, so it's a little bit different than the white sand beaches that we're
Kinda
used
cool,
to
actually, yeah.
in Cancun and Punta Cana. But it was really neat to sit there and watch the water come up onto the beach. And then when it would descend back into the ocean, the beach would change colors. And so it would go from like a brownish black to a black to even a gray.
Yeah. And some places really, really dark.
Yeah. And there was a lot of volcanic rock. So make sure that when you go there, the ocean floor is a little rocky.
At one part, when you first go in, it was pretty rocky. And
I got tender baby feet.
Yeah, well,
so.
but I mean, it was real rocky when you first walked in and
Yes.
everything. But once you got out, probably 30 or 40 feet into the water, it cleared up and it was really good. I don't know if it was like that everywhere, but where we were at, that's how it was.
Yeah. So another thing about the beach there is that the beaches there are all local beaches, public, so you can have locals there on the beach.
Not a lot though.
There wasn't a lot,
It wasn't like
no.
it was crowded or anything.
No.
Because it seems like a really private beach, but it is actually public though.
Yeah, but where that would come in handy, or where that would come important, is that Secrets Papagayo is adult-only property. We did see a few kids on the beach.
Yeah.
Just a few, not many. But just, you should know that if you're planning on going there and you want only adult property, it's a possibility you might see a few kids. Another thing we loved about the property, I know I did, I don't know, maybe you didn't, but was the bungalow feel of the rooms.
Yeah, that was cool.
So the rooms were, not all of the rooms, but the rooms that we were in particular, had the bungalow feel. So there was 2 rooms together in one building, and then 2 rooms, and then 2 rooms. And so we were actually in the preferred club, which was really nice. That means you're going to be closer to the activities, not too far away, which was really nice.
That was nice. Everything was short walking distance.
Short walking
I would
distance.
say probably about maybe 200 yards.
Yeah.
Something like that. Now, where it was at, now let me mention this real quick. When we first started researching this trip, we had a little different thoughts.
Yeah.
When we first, this was an anniversary trip, and we were excited about it. We were wanting to do something maybe that we'd not done before, and so we said, hey, let's go to Costa Rica, and it sounded really cool, but then we went ahead and got the trip booked, and then after that, which is not normally how we would do it, after we booked it, we really started researching on it.
Yeah.
As we researched it, we were a little discouraged.
Yeah.
We saw people's videos, and we were hearing how large this property was and how spread out it was and stuff like that. But it wasn't anywhere. I mean, yes, it's a large property, but it wasn't difficult to navigate. Their bus system was amazing.
Yeah,
you could.
They really only have like 200 rooms.
Yeah, it's
but
not
the
a
way
big place.
it's the way it sits on the side of the mountain that could intimidate people.
Yeah,
maybe.
And if you like to walk, then there is an opportunity to do that, but you don't have to.
You got to be in good shape though.
Yeah,
just
but
saying.
I mean, well, we had a driveway that was kind of straight up,
yeah.
which is like our personal driveway, but it was.
It was
I mean,
worse than our personal driveway. I think.
I don't know. We punished the kids, make them run up and down the driveway.
It was rough.
Not sure if you're supposed to do that.
But the great thing about that property is they have shuttles that run 24 hours.
And they were really good.
And they were really good. They were
Within just
quick.
a few minutes.
Yeah, you call them, they were there pretty quick.
And everywhere you go, you got access to phones and stuff like that, or whatever, so you can do that.
That's what I was going to say. So there's two, like, what you would say, like, active areas of the resort. So one is the main pool area. It's got most of the restaurants, as well as the theater, and, you know, where you can book excursions and things. Right there at the shuttle stop, there's a little thing. You push the button and it calls for your shuttle. And then also in the other area would be the quiet pool where the spa is. There's also another restaurant, and there's also a shuttles place there where you push the button and call for your shuttle. So even though the property seems large, it's really, I would say, more like a boutique style property because it's only got like 200 rooms. And they're all like bungalow style, which is really nice. You feel like you're one of the only people there. So really great thing about that property. But it's really easy to get around. I was kind of nervous because I do a lot of special needs travel, and I was worried about putting a special needs person here, but I don't think it's going to be as bad. Now, it would be if you had a wheelchair or something, but if you're just elderly and can't walk that well, the shuttles come in very, very handy.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it was
we're not
really
elderly,
nice.
But it was still nice to have that at times. You know, but it was really good because the days that we did say, hey, we're going to walk on down and just walk.
It was a nice walk.
It was a beautiful walk.
Yeah.
I mean, the weather was, you know, it rained a couple of times while we were there, but for the most part, it was great weather. But it was so nice.
And it was July, so like here it was 90-something degrees, but there it was like, you know, lower 80s. It was very
funny because they
comfortable.
were, you know, we live in Tennessee, and we understand what hot actually is, and it was funny because they were, oh man, it's just burning hot down here, and it really wasn't. Let me mention one thing about that. I was really nervous about the heat and the equator.
Yeah.
That was something that, you know, I get sunburned very easy, and I'm a wuss on that type of stuff, and don't say yes. But that was something I didn't get burnt the whole trip, and we did really good keeping sunscreen on, and I definitely suggest that. You know, and I didn't wear a shirt most of the time at the pool. I don't even know if I wore any of my swim shirts that I took. I just kept everything, you know, kept the sunscreen caked on, but you know, we swam the whole time. It was a blast. Did not get burnt. So if you're worried about heat when you go somewhere like this, it's not always going to be that way, even though you're at the equator. But it's still, you just be responsible about it.
Yeah, it was really nice. Another great thing about the property, we enjoyed the food there. I was kind of nervous about the food, but we enjoyed it.
Yeah.
A lot. It was kind of, you know, they have their own Costa Rican style food, but then because they're Hispanic, there was a Mexican feel to it. And then what was your favorite restaurant, by the way? I think I know, but I just want to ask you.
You know, I hate to admit it, but probably the Italian place.
Funny, because he did not want to go there originally.
Yeah, I didn't really want to go there. I'm pretty plain, and so I'm thinking I don't really want to get spaghetti and everything, but you know, I got spaghetti and Parmesan chicken, and man, the Parmesan chicken was just awesome. It was
good. It was really good.
And spaghetti was great too, but it was really, really good. You know, what did you have there? I don't remember.
I had the seafood lasagna, which was really good.
Yeah, I mean, it was really everything was great. You had that. So you had the Italian place, real nice. I mean, if you're somebody that likes wine and stuff, I know we sat next to a place that just huge wine cooler and stuff like that.
They have a specialty dining experience that you can do there too. You can sit like inside the wine cooler, and so it had a private table. Oh, I think they were separately cooled, but had a private table. It would be good for like an intimate romantic dinner. It was really, really nice. There was
and there were several opportunities to do stuff like that at different places, on the beach and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think your second favorite restaurant was Aqua, right? Which you were.
Yeah, that was. God, what did I have over there? I forgot.
It was some kind of steak.
Yes. Yeah, it was really. Yeah. Well, it was. That was what it was. It wasn't a regular steak. They were calling it some sort of beef because they didn't call everything steak. Yeah, and of course I'm a steak guy and everything. So yeah, it was really, really good. And that was on kind of the other side of the resort. You've got one side that's a little more active, one side that's a little more laid back.
I feel like that was more romantic. Although they really had they do the dinners on the beach, but it's really not on the beach. It's really off the beach. But the candlelight dinners.
But the
I
people
feel
that
like it
were
was more
6 feet away
romantic.
from us that were doing the candlelight dinner, I mean, they were just right there, right next to us. But for us, I mean, I felt like it's kind of the same
very
thing.
romantic.
Yeah, it was
quiet.
great. Yeah.
Where the others
You
were a
can hear
little
the
bit
ocean.
louder.
You can kind of hear the ocean in the background. So that was nice.
Yeah. Anyway, so like Chris was saying, there's several opportunities to have those kind of like private romantic dinners. But I think my favorite place was not even really dinner. It was breakfast at Seaside, which Seaside is the little grill that's right there on off the ocean. And I had lobster Benedict, which was really amazing.
Yeah, you were talking that up.
Which was really amazing. So the food there, I felt like was top notch. It was really good.
The only thing that I had that I wasn't a huge fan of, and I'm not sure, we just may have hit it at the wrong time. I know I had walked by one of the places and I saw them cooking some hamburgers on a grill and everything. I want a hamburger, and so we had that at lunch and everything. Of course, we've been in full, and it wasn't the greatest thing in the world, but I will say
it's because it kind of had a sausagey taste to it.
I'm not totally sure that I ordered what I saw that guy cooking.
Oh, okay.
Because when we got it, it really didn't look the same as what I saw him cooking. And I mean, of course, to me, a hamburger is a hamburger for the most part, because I'm pretty plain. But that's what that was. The fries were great, and everything that was, whatever you got with it was really good. But I mean, it was that was a lot of fun. I mean, it was they had the food overall was really great. Yeah.
So the resort offers activities as well.
Yeah.
The pool activities were super fun. They had volleyball a couple of times during the day.
Well, great workers.
Yes, the workers
were
great.
The workers there were
Entertainment
really
staff
good.
is what they're called.
They were really good. They had girls that were up there. They're doing helping people do water aerobics, which obviously I'm not doing that. But there were people that were out there and they had a great time doing it. But
they played some kind of Pictionary game in the pool, which was really cool.
Yeah. So they had a lot of different things. It was just kind of an ongoing thing, and there's little charts that you can get that'll kind of let you know what there is. So that was really nice.
Yeah, they also had entertainment at night. So one night we saw the fire show. Was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Very talented entertainment staff. They had
kind of gave a Samoan feel or something like that. If you've been to Hawaii or anything
with
like
the
that,
twirling fire right there on the beach. It was really beautiful.
They did.
I do have a video of that. Maybe you can add.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get that
video.
They had the fire blowing, and one of the guys must have had the strongest lungs in the world.
It was
you know how you've seen videos or whatever, and we'll try to show one here. Man, there was one guy. He would put whatever the liquid was in his mouth and blow it out through the little thing and make the fire go. Most everybody, it's going 4 or 5 feet, something like that. This one guy, he could have been like a flamethrower from across the room. It was really going out there. I don't know how he was doing it. So, yeah, it was really good. Those people were talented, and a lot of the same entertainers there. They did the other show,
the Four Elements show,
and that was a really good show.
Four Elements.
That was inside the theater.
Yeah, that was the Four Elements show.
Yeah.
So the Four Elements show. One thing I loved about it is not only was it entertaining, but their costumes were really good, and they had built somehow this giant elephant.
Yeah, that was
on the
cool.
stage that actually moved. It was really, really cool.
Yeah, the set and videos and stuff like that were kind of went along with it. I like tech type stuff, and it was really good. It was for me. It was a lot of flashback though. One of our daughters was a dancer when she was a kid, and still is, I guess. But it was kind of a flashback to some of the routines and stuff that we used to watch her do.
Yeah, but they were
obviously adults doing it. And it was a little stronger than what kids would have been doing, but it was fun.
There was also one guy that did like a little puppetry thing that was really, really, really cool.
Oh yeah. It
was really cool. So entertainment there was phenomenal.
Yeah,
it was really, really good. And the staff was very, very nice. They wanted to help you.
Yeah.
Always greeted you when they saw you. So one thing that you did, another type of entertainment, was we had karaoke one night.
Yeah, that was fun.
And you obviously had really good singers, and then you had some that were not so good. But it was fun.
There was some that was definitely a challenge. I may have been one of them, but that was. We'll try to throw up a video for a chorus or something on that.
It was a lot of fun. There was a lot of people that attended that. And then it was just a nice atmosphere.
Yeah.
Nice atmosphere. Even though you're
And you had a choice of how you wanted to make the atmosphere. You could be a part of that,
or you could
but
watch.
you could walk 30 feet away and feel like you're by yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's a lot of choices in that.
Yeah. So and that happened at night usually while people were getting done with dinner or maybe coming back from excursion or whatever. So it was really it was a fun atmosphere.
Yeah.
The resort also offers there's 2 tennis courts.
Yeah.
Which we didn't get to take advantage of, but we saw them,
and there were people doing it.
It would have been fun to do it. If we had known, maybe we'd have prepared more.
Yeah, right next to the pool, they had a little area, and they called it the man cave, and it was basically where you go get your towels and stuff along that line. But they also had stuff like had a little small library where if you wanted to get a book or something like that. But also they had all kinds of games.
Board games.
Yeah, board games with Monopoly and Clue and things along that line. So that was really neat to see a lot of that stuff, and they always had good workers that were there, very friendly.
And they had like one day I think they were playing blackjack, weren't they? One day.
Yeah, they had
some
different. Yeah, they had like casino type games. Yeah, and then they also had some things where people were making bracelets.
A guy was there rolling cigars one day, which was really cool.
Yeah.
So there's
and they had different people making jewelry and things like that. Some of it was for sale, but some of it where you could make your own, I guess. They have a gift shop. Of course, every player's got a gift shop, and it had kind of just whatever normally would have. They had a little place where they do stuff for their weddings and things like that, to where you could see that. The ice cream shop, we did not get to do that, but that was just something we walked by it 100 times. But to be honest, we were too full to do it every time. So it was just how it was.
It was also a coffee shop / ice cream shop.
Yeah.
So you could get your morning coffee there if you wanted to. But all in all, we loved the resort. We had a really.
We spent a lot of time in the pool.
We did spend a lot of time.
Probably much more time.
It was very relaxing. It was one of the most relaxing vacations that we had. But let's talk a little bit about our room, because we had a tropical view room. Although we had a little bit of a blessing because we could see like a peak of the ocean. Yeah, you could see a little bit of ocean. Yeah. But because there was stuff in the way, they didn't say ocean view. Yeah. What did you think about the bed? Did you enjoy it?
It was big.
Yeah.
It was
a king size. It was a king size.
It was really
big.
But
I thought it was comfortable.
Yeah, it was.
Sometimes that you go to a resort and they're not very comfortable. I thought it was very comfortable. I enjoyed the fact that
had a sitting area in there and everything.
Yes, had a sitting area. We also had a little patio where we could look out and watch the animals. Fred the lizard was there quite a bit.
You also, of course, you've always got the little mini fridge. Now ours, we
were preferred. Yeah,
we kept it. We love glass bottle Cokes and Coke Zeros in particular and everything. And so we kept calling them, and you had to call them before I think 7 or 8, whatever it was, time that they closed. But they would bring you more of those, and so I'd be like, bring me 4 or 5 Coke Zeros. So we would. Those were really good, and that was But there's other types of drinks in there. Most of the ones we did not drink, but but that was you have a good variety of stuff. And one thing that's neat, I think this is a secrets thing. They have the little place for the room service to where
secret box.
Yeah, it's like a box. It's kind of weird, but I mean, you know how it is though. Sometimes maybe you're getting ready, or maybe you just got in and you're trying to change or whatever, and you've ordered your food so it can meet you back there at the room, and the room service always shows up at the wrong time. And so they've got this box that actually it's like a hole basically in the wall, and they take from the outside, they open up a door, put your food in it, close the door, ring the doorbell, you walk over to the little door, open it up, pull your food out, and you got it, and you can and eat at your leisure.
Yeah.
And you can order whatever you want. I mean, it's all as any other all inclusive. For the most part, everything is included. There's obviously I'm sure there were some drinks and things like that may not have been included, but everything that we tried to get was great, and the food was really, really, really good. Yeah. Even as a room service thing.
So the preferred club, you get, like Chris said, your drinks, but then you also get snacks in your room. So they had Pringles and M&Ms. What else did they have? I can't remember. But they will bring it will be small snacks in your room, which was really, really nice. And then we didn't get to take advantage of the spa, but one thing
we did a tour, so that was nice.
Yeah, we did the tour, but one thing I liked about their spa is they have some outdoor cabanas, so you can see the ocean, and it's open aired, but it's private.
Yeah.
And so you can have your massage there or pedicure or whatever you want to have in those cabanas. They had some singles and also some couples one. There was somebody in the couples one, so we didn't get to see it, but it looked Very, very nice.
Yeah, very nice facility, and just like everywhere else, the staff was really, really, really friendly, and good to be around.
Yeah, so they didn't have a water circuit like a lot of the Secrets properties have, but they did have a sauna and it wasn't like a full water circuit, but it was. They did have some extra things there other than your massages and stuff. They had a full beauty salon. So if you're thinking about doing that, Secrets Papagayo, they do have the spa amenities if you're looking for that.
They had the little what do you call the places with the little beds that's out there at the beach? There's 3 or 4 of them that we
Bali Beds.
The what? The Bali Beds.
Bali Beds.
Good
Yes.
word.
So the Bali Beds are for preferred clubs. So if you think you want a Bali bed, make sure you book preferred club.
Okay, no extra charge.
Yeah, it's no extra charge. You just have to reserve it, and you can only reserve it the day before, just so everybody gets an opportunity. So make sure that if you want one of the Bali Beds, that you reserve it the day before.
If you don't know what a Bali bed is, because I'm one of these dummies, if you don't know what a Bali bed is, it's basically nice flat area. Sometimes they have them on the beach. Sometimes it's on like a grassy area that might be overlooking the beach. But basically, it's a bed that's there, and it's got a 4-post and like a top over it or whatever, so you could kind of lay there
and
and
leave it open. Or you can close it.
you can close it off. It was really, really nice to be able to just relax, look around, hang out.
Some resorts also have them at the pool, but Secrets Papagayo specifically had them right there facing the beach in the main pool area, and there was a couple. I think there was 2 in the quiet pool area. They did not look as crowded in the quiet pool area. So
that was one of the perks of the preferred club. Now you also had the check-in area. You had you get like a preferred check-in to where it's kind of like a private check-in and everything. But then it's also an area where there's you can eat there, or it's you don't.
It's kind of like any other club level. So if you've done club level at Hyatt or Hilton or any of those, it's kind of the same process. They have their own bar with hors d'oeuvres pretty much all day long.
Yeah.
I think most of the hotels in the United States, they do them just certain hours of the day, but at Secrets Papagayo, it's pretty much all day long. And the depending on the time of day, the food changes, but the drink menu is pretty much the same. And if you have a certain drink that you like, they will definitely prepare that for you.
Yeah.
So that private kind of check-in was really, really nice. It was we actually came in to the property, stopped at the main lobby area, and then they come and got us and took us to the preferred club check-in area. The main lobby area is beautiful.
Yeah,
it's
great,
open air
view.
lobby.
Wow.
With a view of the ocean.
The lobby was really nice. Had this big dragon-looking thing over on
we
the
have
ceiling.
some pictures.
So we'll throw stuff like that up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But man, as you walk to the end of it, you're talking about being open air. As you walk, it just kind of wow. You can see the ocean and the whole little area. There's one part. It's like a grassy part. We'll put a picture up, but it was hard to kind of tell. It almost looked like a pathway, but come to find out, it was actually the roof
of the theater.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. But man, it was really nice, and up there you had you could get drinks and stuff even up there.
It's like a 360 view. It was phenomenal. Yeah,
it was really.
And
good.
you had a similar view when you're going around the property. From some of the upper
parts. Remember, this is all on the mountain, like on side of a mountain or whatever, so you can really see in some of the areas.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Secrets Papagayo has a honeymoon suite that we did not get to see because it was occupied that day, but that suite is at the top of the property, and it overlooks the ocean with a 360 view.
Yeah.
It's
outside tubs and stuff like that.
Yes, it's a really gorgeous suite. It's great if you planning a wedding on property. It's a great area for people to the brides and the bridesmaids to get dressed in. They do also have a bride's room in the spa, but that would be a phenomenal place to get dressed in.
Yeah.
And
it's not just for honeymooners. I mean, obviously, anniversaries or
anniversaries,
whoever.
If it's not booked for a honeymoon or whatever, or a wedding party, definitely great for an anniversary. And then their wedding department also has a couple of different venues. So there's a venue from the main pool area at the beach, and then there's a venue from the quiet pool area, which the quiet pool area actually seemed to be larger than the one at the main pool area. and their staff will definitely help with everything, putting that wedding together if you're interested in that. What else?
I see. I mean, overall, I guess you'd say overall, I mean, this was so much better than what I expected it to be.
Oh yeah,
we had talked about it before. I even told Ginger a few days before we left. I said, "Is there somewhere else that we could go?" Because, like I said, we were nervous, and I just can't.
I'm glad we did it.
I am too, because to be honest, it was one of my favorite trips we've ever done, because it was so much better, and which is really nice. You know, when you get somewhere and you're thinking it's going to be one thing, and then your expectations get exceeded. It's really nice.
Yeah.
And this was good, and it was. You know, for us, it was great because, you know, we've got a lot of noise around the house most of the time with kids and things like that. And so to have the quiet and have the peace, not have to have the specific schedule.
Yeah.
You know, you're going into most of these places and you can just go in at your leisure whenever you want to. Now, there were a couple of restaurants to where you needed to do a reservation.
And we
the Japanese restaurant. That was
only for the Tapanito. You did not have to have a reservation for the regular, like the tables in the Japanese restaurant. It was just the Tapanito, and you can.
That's where the guy juggles the stuff, and man, dude was good.
He was good. He was one of the best ones I've ever seen.
We love Japanese food. We eat Japanese food and Mexican food pretty much is about all we ever eat, it seems like. And I love going and seeing the shows. He was by far, you know,
one of the best
probably I've ever seen. I do not like onions, and I'm very picky on a lot of the stuff that I eat. And he started putting onions and stuff like that in some of the things. And I was going, oh no, I don't want that. I don't want that. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, I'll try it. Now he cut them up a little bit because if you can't see them, they're obviously not there.
They are.
That's the way the rules work. But here was the thing. I have to say, the food was phenomenal. I was kind of trying it just to be nice, and I was like, okay, I'm going to hate this, and I'm like grin and bear it, you know. But it was good. It was really good.
What do you think about that dessert? That was actually my favorite dessert.
Was that the popcorn one?
The popcorn and banana.
It was
banana ice cream.
So they had the griddle, and he started making popcorn on it, which is really weird if you're a dude on a griddle or whatever. And he made it kind of under a bowl and kind of moved it around and had some flavoring on it. And then we had some ice cream or something like that.
It was banana ice cream.
Yeah, and I'd never had something like that. And that was weird, but it was really good.
It was really good. It was actually my favorite favorite dessert we had the whole week.
It was really good, and it was definitely the strangest one because I'm like, you know, I'm plain, and I like my regular popcorn, and it was good.
It was very good.
Yeah, it was. That was a lot of fun, and it was, you know, that is one now. You don't do that if you're wanting an intimate, quiet evening or whatever, because it's, you know, the cook is kind of loud. But then also the you know, the people that are there, you know, you're there usually with, you know, probably 6 other people, and so usually you've got like 4. I think it's 4 couples that we had there, but it was nice. I mean, everybody, you know, most everybody kind of kept to themselves, but you know, you talked a little bit, and but it was a lot of fun. That was a good meal, and it was very entertaining. So it was good.
It was very good. Another thing I want to let you know is that Secrets Papagayo. Although it's only 30 minutes from the airport, the Liberia airport, it's kind of a long distance away from other things. So
as are most of the resorts in that area.
Yeah. But you can get closer to some things. So it's about a 3-hour drive to the volcano. And we were going to do some zip lining, but I had a little accident, so we didn't get to do it. And they said that was going to be about an hour and a half from the resort. So plan those things. If you're going to plan your trip, make sure that you know that they're not real close. It might take a...
And you have opportunities you can book this type of stuff in advance, which is good if you can do that. Seems like sometimes you can even get some discounts when you do that. So, you know, it kind of works, but not always, but it's just the way it works sometimes. When you go somewhere like this, if you're going to do an excursion, or if you go on a cruise, if you go on anything, try to do it, if at all possible, through the organization that you're there with. If it's a hotel, or if it's a, you know, resort of any kind, or if it's a cruise line, if you can do it through them, you're a little more protected. I mean, because safety is kind of a big thing, and we weren't able to do it on this particular one. And that's one of the things you got to keep in mind. You've got to be willing to go with the flow. Sometimes, you never know when something might happen that keeps you from doing something. And if it happens, it happens, and you just move along. There's plenty of stuff to enjoy.
Yeah.
And so we had a great time hanging out at the pool. So it worked out great. I mean, we had a blast.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So anything else that stands out about the trip?
I think probably the biggest thing is it was very relaxing.
Yeah.
And it was very nice. We hung out a lot in the pool, which was really nice because I love to swim. I'm usually nervous about it, and because I do get burnt so easily normally, but did not get burnt this time, and I was really surprised that I didn't, because I knew I had read some things about being down on the equator and about how easy it is to get burnt down there, and so I was like, man, even if I do put some sunscreen on, I'm probably going to get burnt. I didn't, and it was great. Stayed in the water, stayed in the pool, and I'm not talking for 10 minutes, I'm talking for hours we were in the water, and so it was really nice. And then we go over, and you got tons of chairs around. Obviously it's first come, first serve, so sometimes you might have to walk around for a minute. It just depends on the crowd at the time, but I mean, you had some with umbrellas, some without umbrellas, but it was really nice to just kind of walk around, do your thing. You could leave your stuff there for a little while. You had towels down there if you needed anything, restrooms. You had, anytime you wanted something to drink, something to eat, it was right there, right around the pool. You had a swim up bar at the pool, which is really, really weird if you're swimming across and you got a drink in your hand or something like that. It's just really weird. But it's and some of the couple of places in the pool were kind of like the, what do you call it, infinity thing.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool, where it just kind of gave you a great view. And of course, you can see the ocean from there, and that was really nice. And also, and so one direction you're looking at the ocean in the pool, and in the other direction you're looking up and you're seeing the mountain, and you're seeing all these beautiful flowers and trees and stuff like that. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite part?
Well, I mean, the food, I guess, was my favorite part. It was really good.
Yeah.
I mean, the atmosphere of it was nice. It was relaxing, peaceful.
This was the first time I'd been to a Secrets. I mean, I know you've toured several and everything, and so this, and every one of those is completely different, because you've come back and talked about different ones, but it was great. I mean, I'd done sandals. We did sandals a few years ago, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And so it was great. I mean, and they're just different. Every one you go to, it just depends on where the resort's at.
And what you're looking for and what you want out of your stay. So thank you for joining us today on Travel in a Minute extended version. If you have any questions or you want to make any comments, please do that below. Please like, subscribe, and if you want us to do a review on another resort, just let us know. You can put that in the comments as well. Thanks for joining us today on Travel in a Minute extended.